Hi, this is Emma from JH Kids, and today we're going to do a book and some arts and craft activities and a science experiment linked to Sukkot. So today the book we're going to read is called Sukkot by David Sokoloff. Get a bit closer. Sukkot is a time of joy for young and old, each girl and boy. See the Sukka come together, ready to stand in any weather. See the branches up above, carefully placed with care and love. The decorations are going up, the Sukka is complete. Soon everyone will go inside to sing, have fun and eat. We buy a lulav so green and straight, and a sweet smelling etrog that's really first rate. The hadassim and aravot we tie on so neat, the Arba Minim are now complete. I like to sleep here on my cot, unless the weather's too cold or too hot. The Shev Sukka is the blessing we say when we sit in the Sukka on this holy day. Up, down, east, west, also south and north, we shake our lulav and etrog carefully back and forth. On Simchat Torah we have our chance to celebrate with the Torah and dance, dance, dance. Okay, so that was our book about Sukkot. And now the activities that we're going to do is, the first one is that we're going to make a Sukka. So you can make it a few different ways. I had a bit of fun. So I've made this one here, just on a cardboard piece of paper. I've just put my paddle pop sticks, and up here for schach, I have noodles, spaghetti, that I have made green. So this is what it looks like before I glued it on. So to make it green, I just put some spaghetti in a lock bag, sealed lock bag. I put some hand sanitizer and some green food dye, and I mixed it all up and made sure that it was all green, and then I took it out of the bag. I just put it on a plastic plate like this, and I let it dry, because you need it to dry before you can glue it, otherwise it's all funny. Your hands will go all green and you won't be able to make it glue. So the other Sukka I made, which was a bit trickier, a bit fiddlier, which took me a longer time, was a one out of paddle pop sticks, a 3-day one. So maybe you and your families could have a little Sukka competition, and you could do it in pairs. If you've got little siblings, you can pair the little ones with the older sibling and see how you can go making a little Sukka. So you've got two different ideas. You've got this one, which is a bit trickier, or one that's a bit easier. The next thing that we're going to do is I have a little science experiment. It's with using a lime and a lemon. Now I'm going to have all the steps written on the links below, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to think about which one do you think, if any, will they float or will they sink? And if it sinks and if it floats, why does one float and one doesn't? So here we go. I'm just going to get everything ready. I'm getting it ready for you. So I have my bucket of water, and I'm going to put the lime in first. Is it going to sink or is it going to float? So, the lime has dropped straight down to the bottom. So here we go. Is the lemon going to sink or float? And the lemon is actually floating. You can see the difference on the ground. The lemon is floating and the lime has dropped straight down to the bottom. So now we can think of different ways that we can see. Maybe I was thinking that I have my little apple peeler here, and I'm going to see what happens if I just take a chunk of the if I can get the skin off the lime, and a piece of skin off this. Are these going to sink or swim? So the lime, it's slowly sinking to the bottom, but it's floating, and then there we go. So still, the lemon one dropped all the way to the bottom, and the lime flopped. So if you want to know why the lime sunk and the lemon floated, please have a look, read the, press on the link in the description below, and it will tell you more information about a lemon and a lime and why one sinks and one doesn't. This is something that you can do with the whole family. You can think of other ways. Maybe if you cut the lemon in half, will it sink and float? Or get a segment of it. Think of different ways that you can see which one floats and which one doesn't. Now my final activity that I'm going to challenge you all to do is something that you can do either before Sukkot or after Sukkot or during Sukkot, and it's a family activity, and it's something about your sensory and your mouth. So it's something that you can, each person or one person, it could be a challenge that maybe you get one of your siblings to do. I want them to collect different types of food that you've got already in the house. Do not go out and buy something different. I want you to think of something that might be spicy, something that might be sweet or sour or salty, crunchy. So maybe like for crunchy, you might get your chips, or for something slimy, you might get jelly. Sour, you might get the lemon or the lime that you've just used for the science experiment. Something sweet, you might get some chocolate, or you might get a strawberry. So think about it, and then you get the whole family to sit around the table in the Sukka, or if you do it before, you could do it at home. And every person gets a little piece, they close their eyes, and they've got to say whether it's salty or sweet or what it is, and make a nice big game out of it and do it all together. You could even take turns of who goes and picks the food, make a nice game and have a nice family time out of it. So that's all my activities around Sukkot. So have a lovely, lovely Sukkot, enjoy it, spend time with the family, have a laugh, and just Chag Sameach. Bye.